welcome or welcome back to my channel. And today I am super excited because I'm in a brand new country. I am today in Greece, and not just anywhere in Greece, but in this breathtaking island of Santorini. And this was something which was on my bucket list for such a long time, so I'm super happy that it's coming true. I have booked myself an amazing tour which is going to cover all the iconic spots here, right from the iconic Blue Dome to the stunning sunsets. And we will be exploring this island today. It is 65 euros per person that we made the booking for. The guy for our Airbnb actually helped us in booking this. I did check online before coming here. The routes or the tours that were being available online were slightly more expensive, so sometimes maybe it's better if you just reach the place and then ask your at the reception of your hotel or this one who is looking after the Airbnb to help you book some tours. So we are all set for that. It is scheduled for 11 a.m. It's about 8:30 right now. We will be heading out for some breakfast and then we will head out for the tour. So if you have not subscribed yet to my channel, I would request please do so, because I am going to take you along in this European holiday of mine and going to show you all the places that I visit so that you could also decide if you want to make that in your bucket list. So now quickly heading out, but before that, let me just show you a little bit of the view that I see in the morning as soon as I wake up. You can see the blue Aegean Sea behind me, but let me just show you that a little more. Here is the Aegean Sea that you see. There are a lot of cruise boats which are already here. There's actually a lot of cruises that are available as well in forms of tours, so you can go around doing a boat tour if you want. They take you to different islands, and yeah, this is the view that I get in the morning. There is the blues and whites which Santorini is known for. Our hotel room or our Airbnb is also up there, so we are just going to walk up there and go and show you inside the room. So as I said, we will quickly just move up back to my Airbnb and I'll show you the room so that you can decide if that is something you would want to take when you come here to Santorini. So let's quickly see that and then head out. While we go up to the room, I am just passing through a few more properties, so I thought of telling you. So the property in which we are staying, obviously it has a balcony and it has the view of the sea right in front of you. But there are some rooms or some accommodations like this one here just behind me, which actually has a dipping pool also for you. It's more like a jacuzzi, or it is a jacuzzi. You can pretty much just dip here when it's hot, which is during the afternoon. They suggest not to be out between 2 to 5. But yeah, there are also some accommodations which provide you swimming pools, so you can pretty much make a decision which one works for you. We are now, as I can see in front of me, there are some tourists who are already lining up to take pictures here, but we are staying here, so we got some great pictures. So I'll quickly show you my Airbnb too. The blue gates that you see over there, that's where we are staying. There are some people taking pictures. I'll let them take that before I head up. And yeah, overall there are a lot of properties over here that you can see, and as I said, everyone has different accommodation settings here, as in some have pools, some have jacuzzis, and some just have rooms like us. Well, let me give you a quick room tour. This is the Airbnb in which we are staying. It is not the biggest Airbnb or the room that I was expecting, but it still is enough for 2 people. It has these lockers here, these cupboards here, sorry, which has the cutlery and the plates. There is a burner here in case you want to heat something. There's a fridge. There is also a washing sink. Sorry, there is a lot of things here that I have. There's a washing sink here that you can use, kettles and coffee makers. There's a small vanity area here which you can use when you need to get ready. And then there is the bed here, which comfortably fits in 2 people. Here you have the balcony entrance. We'll just show you in a minute. This is the washroom. Again, very humble sized, but you have a shower area here along with the sink and the toilet area. A lot of stuff's here again, but yeah. Then finally you have this cupboard here which you can put in. It also has a locker inside, so you can store your things that you need to keep inside, like your cash and your passport. Then there is a television which is provided. Don't think really people must be using it. And yeah, this is the balcony area. Let me quickly show you this. This again, or rather this is what actually attracted me to this property. So this is how it looks. You open your balcony door and you have a seating area here which looks out directly to the caldera. Well, so that was our room tour, and now I am just sitting here outside in the balcony while I wait for my husband to get ready quickly. And this is the view, the beautiful view that I get from our room. So you can pretty much just sit here, admire the beauty, or you could head out. But I would say that if you are coming to Santorini, it is a must that you get a good view room, because it just makes your holiday perfect and you can just admire the beauty here of the island. Well, we are out now and we are headed to the tour, but just showing you around the place. As soon as you come out of the Airbnb, there are a line of stores, shops and cafes here that you can choose from. So there's a lot of shopping that you can do here, and this is the vibe of the place right now. Let me show it to you. Well, so now while we are heading towards the tour company, I just wanted to update. If you see, there are a lot of cars here. There are ATVs, there are scooters. So if you want, you can also rent one of these instead of going on a tour. What happens is, if you rent one of these, you would be paying somewhere around 65 to 75 euros for a day. And you will get like a map or a route that you can travel, and you can pretty much cover most of the spots in a day. So if you know how to drive, you have your international driver's license. How you do that, again, I will add a link or some information on the description. It's pretty simple from India, but once you've done that, you have that, you can come here, you can rent a car or a two-wheeler and just go around the island. But we wanted to take it more relaxed, so we have booked the tour. So the tour company providers will pretty much take us everywhere. And so yeah, so that is the cost, and this is Santorini. Tour company we've booked with. It's called NST Travel. So we're just going to go now and see what's the arrangement. Once we got off the bus, we were given a brief about the history of the island. Santorini's landscape was dramatically shaped by two major volcanic eruptions, the Minoan eruption and the Theracia eruption. The first one was one of the largest volcanic eruptions in recorded history, around 1600 BCE, and it played a major role in shaping the island. It's believed that the eruption completely destroyed the center of Santorini, causing the collapse of a massive portion of the island into the sea, and formed the caldera that Santorini is famous for today. The Theracia eruption was smaller but still powerful, leading to the creation of volcanic islands in the center of the caldera, including Nea Kameni and Palia Kameni. These small islands are still active today, with geothermal activity continuing beneath them. Once we had learned about the history of the place, we started moving towards the temple of Prophet Elijah for all the amazing views that we could get from the top. Well, we finally found the driver and we were headed to a bus, and we have the group who's already here, the ones who are traveling with us today. So we were told about all these spots that we will be going to, which are the main highlights of Santorini, and the guide was actually telling us about this history that back many years ago there was actually volcanic eruption which actually caused this entire state of how the island is currently. So there are obviously a lot of patches that you can see. I will show you. I can see it right now in front of me. So there are parts which actually almost half of the island actually sunk into the water, and what we now have as Santorini is actually half of the island post the volcanic activity. So there are a lot of right in the center of the water you can actually see these two portions of land, which, as it was informed to us, was also due to the volcanic eruption, and the second one which happened caused both of them to even move apart from one another. So that was the history here. We've come to our first spot for the day today, and this is actually the highest spot in Santorini. It is called the Mountain of Prophet Elijah. So it obviously has a small monastery here. The main monastery is actually closed to public. It's only opened a few days. I think it's only opened on Easter, but there is a smaller monastery here which is accessible for public. So we're just going to go and check that out. But this place here is magical because we're right on top, and the scene or the view from here is just amazing. Let me show you. We are starting our journey with Prophet Elijah's monastery, the highest point in Santorini. Perched on top of Mount Prophetess Elijah, the views from here are absolutely incredible. Offering panoramic sights of the entire island, it's the perfect place to take in Santorini's beauty from above. This was our first stop after boarding the bus. Our tour guide did warn us that we need to be very careful about our hats and our sunglasses, since the wind speeds as soon as we get down from the bus is going to be super fast. So we need to be careful about our belongings. Well, that fruit that we just saw is the cacti fruit, which she was just explaining to us on the bus. That is actually used by them in form of jams and marmalade. So yeah, so that is something that the Greek here also consume, and that is again a wonder of nature, a fruit in the cacti plant. Not sure if you can hear the audio right here, but the wind is so strong that I can literally hear the wind here. It is just amazing. It's on the top, no wonder, and the wind here is just crazy. And we're now heading back to the bus to move to the next spot. So let's see where we're headed now. Our next stop is Pyrgos, a charming village steeped in history. Walking through these narrow, winding streets feels like stepping back in time. At the top, we'll find the ruins of the Venetian castle, offering incredible views and a glimpse into Santorini's medieval past. Well, we've got off from the bus again, and here we are at our second location. It is actually, we're right now at the market square. We need to take the stairs just behind me, and we would be reaching to Pyrgos, which is the highest village in Santorini. We'll go check that out. There are about 100 steps that needs to be taken. So for the ones who don't want to climb up, they have the option to just be here at the market square. I'll show you the market around, and then we'll climb up. everyone, we are now finally on the top, and this place is, again, it has a lot of wind here, so I'm not sure if the audio is fine, but I'm giving you a little bit of the history. I was told this is, obviously, if you see, there's all these rocks and all here. This is the ruins of this castle which was there at one point of time. We were told that this is one of the Venetian castles which are here in Santorini, and the reason they had these castles were basically to look out for the pirates, because back in the day there was a lot of invasion that they had to face. We will be heading down, and while we go down, I will show you the village. There's also a lot of souvenirs that are being sold. We were told that the islands, most cheapest price souvenirs can actually be got here in this village. So if you're coming here, you could also do that same. But here right now we are at the ruins, which is on top, and what we were told that in reality this was actually made by the Turks, but because the Greeks and the Turks don't have a great history, which is why it is still called as one of the Venetian castles. And this is where basically back in the day the castle used to stand, but then again, due to a volcanic eruption, this the island obviously got impacted, but this castle got impacted by an earthquake that happened, which completely destroyed this castle. So here we are, and now we are going to head down. I'll show you the entrance of the castle too. A very interesting fact that was told over there was that at the entrance is where they used to have a very big opening, and the people from the inside used to pour hot oil to avoid invaders from coming inside. So we'll be going down, and I'll show you that spot too. But yeah, overall this is again a very beautiful place. There is so much history in this country that it's lovely to be. That I was telling you about. Here's where they used to pour hot oil in case there were invaders who came in. Well, we've reached the bottom again, and now we are headed towards our bus. We were given a time of an hour, so by 1:35 we have to be back at the bus. So we're now heading there to move to our next location. Let's go. After getting all the souvenirs that I needed for my family and friends back home, we headed towards the next spot, which was the Emporio village. This is another gem of Santorini, with its traditional architecture and peaceful atmosphere. It's a perfect spot for wandering and getting lost in the beauty of authentic Greek life. Here we were explained more about the reason why there were so many churches around Greece, and especially in Santorini. To my surprise, the reason was actually related to electricity. Do you know the reason why this happens? Comment and let me know. Well, we are now at our third stop. We are at another village, and this one's called Ibario, and we just entered here with the tour guide because she suggested that we follow her closely because there is a higher chance of getting lost in here. Because I will just show you right now the way that this village has been built. It is pretty much like a maze, and what we were told that this was done on purpose so that the invaders couldn't get in, because just as soon as I walk up, I'm going to show you the building there. That is another of the Venetian castles castles, and like I told you before, these castles were built to keep pirates out, and also this one specially was made for storing all the agricultural products that they had. So this was again very, very important for the people back then, and it was obviously destroyed in the 1956 earthquake, but now it's been restored completely because it's a hotel now with rooms inside. So we're going to show you that quickly, and then we're going to move inside because there's also a dungeon I heard on the right side of it. So let's go and figure it out and check it out. Well, we are now done with the village as well, and it was actually a lot of signs around which said that obviously you're on holiday, but this is home for many, which is also true. These villages are home for many, so it is advised that as a tourist too, if you're visiting here, to respect their privacy. It was soon time for lunch, and we were heading to our next spot to do just that. We are headed to the Perisa Black Sand Beach. Santorini is famous for its unique volcanic landscape, and the Perisa's Black Sand Beach is a prime example. The dark sand, crystal clear waters, and relaxed vibe make it one of the island's most popular beaches. A great spot to unwind before we head to our final destination. Well, we're finally here at the beach, and this is a black sand beach because of the volcanic eruptions. There is obviously the matter here, and this is the Perisa Black Sand Beach. We are here now. We have some time, about 2.5 hours. We are supposed to be back in the bus after that. But yeah, this is a beach where everyone's relaxing, they're chilling. There is a restaurant just opposite called Aquarius, which has been recommended. So we're going to go and try out the food over there as well, some Greek food items that we wanted to try. And yeah, it's a beautiful beach here. Let me show you how the water is looking amazing and so inviting. There are a lot of people who are enjoying in the waters. So let me show you how it looks. Well, so our lunch is in, and I just wanted to show you before we actually start eating it because we are super hungry, but I wanted to show you the items that we have ordered. This is a portion of gyros that we took. You have the option of chicken or pork. We took the chicken one. This is another starter that we've taken. This is very close to the hummus that you get, although it's not called hummus. It is made by a special kind of bean that is found here in Santorini. It's called the fava or flour bean, and that is what it's used to make. And we've also got some iced tea here, and yeah, the view, and we need to start eating now. After having an amazing Greek lunch, we were now headed to our final destination, which was also our starting point since we were staying at Ia. We've arrived at Ia, perhaps the most iconic location in all of Santorini. Famous for its breathtaking sunsets and blue dome churches, Ia offers a picture-perfect moment at every corner. Watching the sun dip below the horizon is an experience you'll never forget. You would definitely want to come here to see the sunsets. Well, so So with that, we come to the end of the tour. They are obviously just going to be waiting at one of the restaurants till the pickup time to return to the buses, which is 8:30. But since we are staying in Ia already, we don't have to wait for the bus. I am just now walking down back to the Airbnb that we are staying at, and currently there are a lot of tourists here who are taking pictures. So definitely a great place that we have selected for staying, and the views are just amazing. Let's see a bit more of this before I reach my room. So that was the entire day that we spent going to all the spots here in Santorini, and it was definitely a great day. There was so much that we saw. There was so many spots which were, breathtaking, and just places that you would always forge in your memories. So a great day here in Santorini. I hope you liked watching this video, because there were a lot of places that we saw and all the things that I could share, which were obviously being told by the guide to me. One very interesting fact that I would like to end it with is that she was mentioning to us that, do you know why all these houses here in Santorini are in white? So the reason why is, she mentioned that back in the day there was an outbreak of cholera here, which is why the ruler at that time made everyone paint their houses in white, because the white paint itself has limestone in it, which acts as a natural disinfectant. So that helped in the widespread in spreading out of the disease, and also along with the medicine at that time, they did try to curb it. But that's the reason why all the houses are white, and now obviously due to tourism they've left it as white. And the churches are usually the ones which have the blue domes on it, and the reason why that happens is because blue is signified as heaven, so which is why all churches are made with domes having blue color, which signifies heaven, or the above, or the Almighty. So that was a bit of Santorini in a day that I covered. Had a lot of fun. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications, because there are a lot of other places that we are going to be visiting. This is my European holiday which I am taking now. So meet you in the next city or next country, and stay tuned until then. Take care. Bye bye.